formed a group called the Belper World War I Working Group, and that was to lead us on a series of projects to help people in Belper to understand how the town and the people were affected by World War I. A local historian had done a huge piece of work researching the men who died on the memorial. We thought we could take that work and get it out to the public. They needed to see what it was and understand it.
We found a letter that was written on the evening of the first day of the Somme by one of the Belper men. He wrote back to his wife a letter which was quite moving because he knew he was going to die.
To a lot of people, they're just names from the past. If I can help somebody put a picture to a name to help them find information they never knew.
Pass that one down to Kath. So we had this new group, very excited about doing lots of different ideas. They included recreating the 1919 temporary memorial in the marketplace, putting on performances to get the story across, creating a website. Those were the three key things in the early stages that we delivered on.
Out there in the distance, an owl hoots. It's beautiful. Yet I cannot hear the single sound I long to hear, that my son, who is 300 miles away, will be coming home.
It was a huge help getting money from the town council from day one. That encouraged us to start fundraising ourselves so that we could enlarge on that pot, so that we could keep coming up with new ideas, getting people enthused, and then they'll support it. Then we were able to get some funding from the Heritage Lottery Fund. Another way that we pulled together money for the various projects was by simple donation, and that was by having events that were interesting, brought people in. We had a bucket out and said, donate what you like, and people do, and they have given us an awful lot of money that way.
May these poppies keep us ever mindful of the sacrifice made by so many.
Well, in World War I, mothers and wives and sisters and that, they sent trench cake over to the trenches. Well, they made the trench cake, and the people were really curious about it. It took it out to the people, and people are really interested in what did happen to their family. And I think the whole community have enjoyed doing it.
I think it's important having art as part of the project because I think it makes people think, makes people slow down and reflect on what happened.
The end result we want is for people in Belper to have a thorough understanding of how the war affected the town, affected the people, and the legacy of that war.
Gas last night, and gas the night before. Gonna get gas tonight if we never get gas anymore.
We supported this project through the Centre for Hidden Histories because it seems like a very good project that's looking in depth at various aspects of the First World War. I think a lot of research has been generally academic research, so academics have got their sorts of questions and they ask questions of history and heritage. But I think it's really important that other people get involved, that community groups get involved with this kind of thing because they have their own personal interests that are very different to those of academics.
The more people who join in with it, the bigger it's going to get. And that's what community is, pulling together, working together.
It's a serious subject, but we've had a few laughs on the way. And I've met a lot of new people. It's just brought the whole town together.
I would say to any groups that are thinking of doing something like this, you need a good mix of people so that they're excited, they're enthused, they want to have a stab at doing this kind of thing. It's been a really rewarding experience. By the time we've finished it, we'll be coming up to the 80th anniversary of the Second World War. Who knows whether we decide to do it all over again. That might be up to everybody else rather than me. Well worth doing, definitely well worth doing.